Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're after a special bird, the gang parrot. We're at a funny time in Melbourne at the moment. We're at the sort of the end of summer, start of spring transition. With the change of seasons, we see a change in the species that we see in and around the suburbs of Melbourne. At the moment, the gangs are coming down from the high altitude areas where it's cooler into these outer suburbs of Melbourne looking for food. Now I do know roughly where they are. I have seen a couple flying around, so let's head off and see if we can find where they're hanging out. Okay, so we've reached the spot where the gangs have been hanging out, and the reason why they've come to this area here is because of all of these hawthorn bushes that you can see around here. Now, this is a weed, it's an introduced plant, but on them they have these red, I suppose they're berries or fruit, I'm not sure what you'd call them, but the gangs absolutely love them. So this is what the berries look like, and what the cockatoos do is they break them off the tree and then open them up, and inside there's a seed, and that's what they're after, and they absolutely love them. When we used to have them in the hospital when they were sick or injured and we couldn't get them to eat, especially at this time of year, we'd go out and find hawthorn berries and feed it to them, and they'd start eating straight away. So that's what they're after at the moment. Australia is sort of the land of parrots really, especially when it comes to all the different cockatoo species we have, and these guys have to be sort of right at the top of the list of the most amazing cockatoo species to see. They're just so striking in their appearance, and they're sort of a quintessential Southeast Australian species, so you can only see them in Victoria and New South Wales. Nowhere else in Australia will you find these parrots. One thing I love about the gangs is that they have this really distinct call. It sounds like a rusty gate opening and closing. It's really unique. They are moving around quite a bit between the hawthorn bushes, so I have to keep picking up the tripod and moving around to follow them. One of the great things about working with gang parrots is that they're probably the most relaxed parrot on planet Earth. When you find them, if you're just quiet and sit there peacefully, they'll let you get really, really close to them within a couple of meters without them being too fussed at all. So they're so chilled, it's almost too easy to get good photos and good footage of them. So an interesting fact about the gangs is although they're enjoying these hawthorn berries here, they are one of the only parrots in Australia that are partially carnivorous, so they will take small mammals if they can get them. Again, when they were in hospital, what we used to do is feed them mice, and they love them. They devour them. It's a really quirky, unique part of their biology. The social dynamics of the flock here, it's actually quite interesting. So there's a lot of male birds, which are the ones obviously with the fully red head, and then quite a lot of subadult males, so ones with partially red heads with still flecks of grey in them, and then obviously the females, which are totally grey. I don't think I've seen flocks like this where there's so many juvenile males hanging with the rest of the group. This is a perfect example of that creaky gate noise I was talking about. So we have a young parrot here who's a big young parrot. It should be flying around looking after itself, but it won't. It's harassing its mother to feed it, and it's making that creaky gate noise to get her to do something. Cockatoos, they live with their parents for a very long period of time in comparison to other bird species. It's quite funny to look at, really. They're almost these adult looking birds harassing their parents to do stuff for them. They're very lazy. As a parent myself, I can empathise with that poor mother getting absolutely hounded to do stuff for your child, which should be quite capable of doing it on its own. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing those gang parrots. One of the most beautiful parrot species, I think, that we have here in Australia. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back on the channel very soon.